The delegation. The Nigerian Trinary delegation was now 10 years old. Its members organized a private celebration at the Omni in Lagos. The party was by invitation only. Guards were posted at the doors. There was plenty of food and drink with uniformed attendants to serve. Traditional singers and dancers entertained the guests as they mingled. Justice Joseph Okaro was tonight's guest of honor. For the past 15 minutes, he'd been eyeballing a certain young woman. He smiled inadvertently at her style and grace. She towered over most of the women, even those wearing heels. In his eyes, she was beauty in motion. The girl paid him no mind but greeted Joy, his wife, with a kiss on each cheek. The barrister seemed very familiar with her. They engaged in a short conversation before parting. A young waiter offered the girl champagne from his tray. She sipped sparingly from her glass while hobnobbing among his colleagues and peers. He seemed to be the only one who hadn't been introduced. Adenji grabbed his shoulder from behind, drawing the justice out of his stupor. He was the delegation's second in command. Joseph faced the Yoruba chieftain with a dazed expression. "Good evening, Your Honor. I hope you're enjoying yourself. When you're senator, there'll be little time for chumming around with old acquaintances." Joseph laughed and shook his hand. "Adenji, I shall never forget those who put me in office. Our motto is there is strength in unity. Ashe. We are 10 years strong, brother. Long live NTD." The girl brushed by them and won Joseph's immediate attention again. Joseph pointed her out to his friend. "That young woman, Adenji? I don't recall ever seeing her before. Is she new?" "Oh, that one. Isn't she delightful? Her name is Karen Ezekiel. She's from Rivers but left the country some years ago to study abroad. Ezekiel has lived in Canada and Guangzhou. She was recommended for a research position with the NTD. Needless to say, we hired her on the spot. Karen holds a baccalaureate in political science and a master's in economics. She is fluent in Cantonese." "Outstanding." "Yes, well, an investment in education is an endowment in the future of this nation. Karen is living proof of these words. She was in the top 10% of her graduating class. Our government granted her a full scholarship to the university of her choice. It was a very wise decision on our part. This girl graduated cum laude from the University of Alberta. We're expecting great things from her. Perhaps she'll be our first woman president. Can you introduce us?" Adenji laughed at the desperate look on Joseph's round-bearded face. "But of course, old friend. Why not?" He grabbed hold of Joseph's arm and escorted him to Karen. Barrister Okaro was observing from the other side of the room. It wasn't the first time her husband had taken interest in other women. But Karen stood out from the others. The girl was tall, young, and beautiful. She knew it was only a matter of time before she caught his eyes. Adenji yelled over the music to be heard. "Karen-o." She was startled by his call and faced him at once. He laughed as he walked Joseph towards her. "Karen, I'd like for you to meet the Honorable Judge Joseph Okaro. He and Joy are founding members of NTD. They are husband and wife.